Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video we will cover constructor in Java. Basically why we use the constructor and why we need the constructor and what is the constructor we learn in this video. So let's start now. So let's see this example. So in this example first we create a class which is constructor, and inside the constructor class we write the main functions, and the second class we create in class, and in the class we have two attributes. First is name and second is color. When we call the class, so we use the object. So first we create the object in the main function car c1, and then new keyword we use and car. And if I assign the name of the class car, so simply using object we declare the name of the class c1 dot name equal Tesla. So here the error, not the error, we say that here one problem is created. It takes 3 lines to create just one car. Means in the first line we create the object, in the second line we initialize the name of the car, and in the third line we initialize the color of the car. So it takes 3 lines of the car object and car property. In the second object, what is the problem? It is easy to make mistake or forget a line. What line we forget? If we only initialize the name of the car but forget the color of the car, so the print is null. When we print here, so the output should be null. Why? Because here we are not initialize the name of the car. So that is the second problem. And in the third, C3 and this, so this is our correct, but also it take 3 lines to create just one car. So basically here we need the construction which take only one line to create the object and assign the name and color of the class. So here the need of the constructor. So basically three error and three points are which is difficult when we write the object according this example. First is point out the repetition. Means when we look at c1, c2 and c3 object, so we are repeating the same step over and over. And if I had 100 cars, I would need 300 line of codes. So basically this is the first point which is wrong in this code. Second is point out the risk. Means when we see the C2 object, so where when we missing the color, so it print the null, and it is bad for the user. Why? Because here we missing the color. The third is the manual versus automatic analog. Means this is like buying a car and then having to point it and install the engine yourself. Means a constructor would give us a finished car immediately. Like when we use constructors, so it is necessary to give some parameters or it is necessary to some points. Basically, so where we are not doing manually, where automatically happen. So what is constructor? A constructor is a special block of code that looks like a method but has two rules. So this is also look like a method, and it is the block of code and it has two rules. It must have the same name as the your class name. Means the class name and constructor name always be same. And second is it has no return type. Means it never return anything, not even void. So simply we write the class name and write parenthesis simply. No write the void, nothing, the return type, nothing else. Only we write the class name and write the parenthesis. So this is the called constructor. So it has some golden rules. First is they must have the same name as the class name. They cannot have a return type, no void, no int, and they are called only once. When we create our object, when we initialize the object, that time we call the constructor, and this is only one time call when the object is created. So basically this is three golden rule which is important. So the important question is, why do we need a constructor? So first is a constructor allow us to initialize our object immediately. When we created the object, so the constructor called. Second, force the user to provide data like name and color before the object is even ready. First we write the data, then object called. So that is the important point. And we see in the previous example where we write the property, we manually write everything, and if we forget anything, so it gives null. But here it is not happen. Here it is necessary to give parameters which help to give correct output, not give the null. So let's see in this example versus previous example. So in the previous example we see we do this and if we forget, so it give null. But in this example, so this is the constructor class where have a main function and this is the class car. Here the two property attribute is name and color, and here we create the constructor. So how we create the constructor? Simply we write the class name and parenthesis. So in the next video we cover the type of constructor. So basically here we understand only. So first we create the constructor and it has two parameters, string n and string c. So n is name and c is color. So here we assign the name equal n and color equal c and print the constructor when the constructor calls. So name is created means name will be printed. And the second method is void display information. This is not the constructor because constructor name and the class name always be same, should be same. So here the method and it print the name and color of the car. So in the main function, simply we print the hard way without constructor and simply the smart way. This is a print statement, and when how first we create the object or how we create the object, we write the name of the class and write anything object name which is c1, and using new keyword we create the object and again we write the class name and passes the parameters when this constructor created. So it is necessary if we are not past this, so it give error and it is not called the constructor. So it is necessary point. Here we pass the parameters when it is construction call. So first the statement printed car name is Tesla, color is red. Again this constructor when it is called, so the output is car name BMW, color black. Again Audi car name and color is white. And when we call this, so first we call this then displaying. So in the display information method also call. Without this only print the statement is constructor called Tesla BMW is created like this. So that is the difference between manually and automatically. So basically this is the overview of the constructor, and in the next video we will cover the types of constructor. Thank you everyone. If you like my video and understand the video, please subscribe and share the video and comment on the below. Thank you.